Welcome back. We're here to talk about Tottenham's summer transfer activity. Matt, such a busy summer last time around, but this time they haven't brought as many players in.
No.
What have you made of their business?
I mean, it's been quite calm, hasn't it? Like you say, last summer was obviously drastic changes to the team, with Bale going out, etc., brought in a lot of players. This summer it's been sort of a lot of defenders, isn't it? They were after Schneiderlin, obviously at Southampton. No, Pochettino knows him well, obviously, from Southampton. And they look at Joe Rodriguez as well, players, Lallana, obviously before he went to Liverpool, but I think they lack in those forward areas, and I'm surprised that they've missed a trick strengthening up there. They've got a lot, got a lot of defenders, and I think they need a dominant midfielder, which is, I think, where they've missed out.
Pascal, their signings last summer, they didn't really work out in their debut season. Is this season just as much as them bedding in as it is their new signings?
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, obviously the new manager's coming in, and that's going to be a big help. Pochettino, he's sort of he seems like a more solid character. I mean, obviously Sherwood didn't do very well when he was there, but I think if Pochettino can get the last year's big signings playing a lot better. I mean, Lamella's the one that everyone's sort of saying he's going to make the biggest improvement, because he barely played last season, barely had an impact in the league, but already this term he's looking solid and bright, especially going forward. So I think they could definitely improve, especially those players from last summer.
Matt, they did struggle for goals at times last season, yet the main bulk of their signings have been defensive ones. Does that surprise you?
It is surprising, yeah. I mean, the players they've brought in, I think they're exciting, aren't they, for the future? But obviously Dyer's come in, isn't he? Scored a couple of goals, played at right back. Yedlin in the World Cup, no one really knew so much about him, did he? I think he came on for Fabian Johnson one game, didn't he, when he got injured? And everyone was sort of like, wow, who's this kid? He's gone back, he'll be back next year. But surprising, yeah, for me.
And what about outgoings, Pascal? What have you made of the players they've let go?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like last summer when they lost their superstar in Bale. They haven't lost anyone particularly big this summer. There's been a few players go out. There's a couple of playmakers they've lost, Sigurdsson, Holtby, but neither of them ever really made an impact for Spurs, and Eriksen is the number one playmaker. So, no, they haven't lost anyone particularly key, I don't think.
How would you rate their performance in the transfer market?
Yeah, I mean, like Matt says, I think a real star striker, I mean, unless he can get Soldado really firing again, I mean, they missed out there. So I think probably just 6 out of 10.
Matt?
I'm going to go slightly higher purely because of Federico Fazio, who signed from Sevilla. Unbelievable centre-back. He was up there with the best last season in the Liga for me. Brilliant. I think they signed for 8 million, which is interesting because he got made Sevilla captain beginning of the season when Rakitic went to Barcelona. He was last season. It was, he's going to stay as soon as Spurs activated his release clause, and he's perfect for the Premier League. He's not the most mobile, but he's very strong in the air. So purely because of that signing, I would have given him a 6. Because of him, I think that's a really good signing. So 7 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to go for 6 myself. So all going for a solid Tottenham transfer window. Thanks for joining us.